just sitting in my room on like a Sunday night, just scrolling through Instagram. I was pretty bored, and my friend Seth posted a picture of Paul McCartney eating ice cream at E Creamery. So I called my friend Tom, who's like, we're both really big Beatles fans. And so I called him, and he was with my friend Drew. And Luke was also with them, another one of our friends. And I told them that Paul McCartney was at E Creamery, and they didn't believe me at first. And then so I told them that he was there, and so they came and picked me up, and we sped over there. And then once we got there, we went up to like E Creamery, and there were like some groups of people, and we went up to them and we asked if they saw Paul, and they said that he was across the street. So we ran across the street, we looked for Paul, and then he was sitting on a bench amongst a couple of people. And so we saw him there, and then
yeah, we saw him right there, and I ran up to him. Except there was a security guard, not in the picture, but he said that we couldn't get any closer because he didn't want privacy or whatever. And so, yeah, we were standing at about that distance from him, and I asked Jacob to take a picture, and I just turned around, he took the picture, and I said it was an honor, and Paul said thank you, and then, did you talk to him?
Oh yeah, and then he left with Warren, and he was with his wife and some other person, I'm not sure who it was, but they got up and left, and then in like a Buick, black Buick, and then they drove past E Creamery, and Paul rolled down his window and he was saying goodbye to people, and I was like, have a good day, Sir Paul, and then he gave me a thumbs up, and he said, you too. And then, yeah, that's pretty much.
Well, back up to the beginning. So you were on Instagram.
Yeah.
And so there was a buzz on Instagram. People were starting to post photos. Is that right?
Yeah, people were. My friend Seth was like one of the first to, I could actually pull up the photo if you want me to, but he was like the first to post a photo of Paul eating ice cream, and then I started freaking out and I couldn't even believe it, and so
So Tom, you posted this photo then that had been taken? That started to circulate?
Well, on Twitter, my friend Luke, who was with us, he had Jacob send him the photo, and he posted it on his Twitter.
Okay.
And that's where it took off initially.
and then Tom posted it.
And then I posted it on Twitter and Instagram, and then it took off separately on Instagram. And then a news lady from Channel 3 called us that night and asked if she could post it on Facebook on their channel, and that got thousands of views. And then she also asked for an interview the next day. So.
And then did you hear from other media in the next
That night,
24 hours?
nobody, but then when I woke up, it was just missed calls from random numbers. I'm sure it was for him and my friend Luke. And yeah.
And it was on the, when we woke up, it was on the Huffington Post, the front page. And then, yeah, that day we just got like tons of calls for like interviews and stuff like that.
So who asked to interview you?
We had the Today Show call us,
Yeah.
and CNN called us, Fox called us, CNN UK called us, and who else? I don't know.
Let's think. Oh, well, the local news stations.
There were a lot of local ones, yeah.
That's pretty much it.
So we were talking earlier, what do you think made this photo of all the ones that were out there so popular? I mean, what do you guys think made it really take off and go viral?
I just think it's like how random it is, just two of the most famous people just sitting on a bench in Omaha, Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty random.
And it doesn't look like there's not like people swarmed around them taking pictures, so it just looks like they're normal people sitting on a bench.
That's true.
Like, and yeah, and they're just like relaxing. Like,
It's also an odd pairing of people.
yeah. Didn't somebody say that they thought it was fake? Like they thought it was
Yeah.
wax figures.
Lots of people thought it was fake.
What questions do you all have about this? Do you remember seeing
Call
it?
everybody back for the interviews, or what did you
Yeah.
guys do?
I tried to call as many people back as I could, just to get it out there more, you know.
So who
And
did they really, I mean, who were they looking to interview, or all of you, or just,
Pretty much Tom.
yeah, but also Jacob and my friends. Like, I think it was CNN had well, my friend Drew, Jacob, and I, because Luke couldn't come, but they really, lots of them wanted everyone there.
Yeah, it was cool. And then Lance Ulanoff, he works for Mashable, and then he interviewed me. Like he DM'd me on Twitter, and then he also called me and asked me some questions and stuff. And then, oh yeah, and then didn't the Chicago news or radio station call you?
There were a lot of radio stations.
how much have your followers gone up since everything happened?
On Twitter it's 1,300, and I had about 260 initially. And
Wow.
on Instagram it was 879 was what I first had, and now it's like 3,000.
You had Tom Becca also?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Tom Becca.
Yeah, he called Tom, and then I was because Luke had to go to baseball or something. So he called Tom, and then me and Drew were with Tom at his house. So we went with Tom to the radio station, and he interviewed us about it on the radio.
And did I see you got tickets to the
Yeah, he
concert? You
gave
ended
us
up at the concert?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So what was that like to then go to the concert after all this had happened?
it was pretty sick.
It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And
That was really cool.
you know, we might talk to the class a little bit about that this has sparked an interest on your part in public relations and how this all happens, right? As a
Mhm.
kind of an academic interest?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like we literally did not have any intention for, like we were just posting it on Twitter because we thought it was awesome. Like we had no idea it was gonna like spread and stuff, and it just like spread over 2 days, overnight actually pretty much, and then a day after that it just kept on spreading.
So does this make you all anxious for more? Anxious to find out what else is going on around town, or
Yeah.
to travel and look for
Yeah.
things?
Yeah. We want to keep it up, you know, but you can't really do that.
But you got Warren here.
Yeah, that's right.
So how old are both of you?
We're both 16.
Wow. I was wondering.
So do you think there are some long-term lessons for us in, you know, how this happened? I mean, what are your takeaways now going forward in terms of what you think you've learned from all this and what you might in the future do with it?
Probably if you have something good, you got to put it out there.
Yeah.
If you want
Fast.
it to get, you know, media attention, get it viral. And, yeah.
Yeah.
How did you all, I'm sorry, did you say that you first posted it on Twitter, or was it Instagram?
I posted it on Instagram. My friend Luke posted it on his Twitter page.
Okay.
And
And
I
how was
posted-
it hashtagged, or how did you tag it?
I didn't tag anything. I just
Okay.
posted a picture, and then my friend Luke tagged Warren Buffett
Okay.
and Paul and me. So,
It was pretty cool.
Any other questions for you guys?
I'm sorry, I just walked in, but did you actually get to meet them?
yeah. Well,
That's
that's as
awesome.
close as we got, but
Okay.
Yeah. I think the bodyguard is actually behind Tom. or something. Or maybe he's just out of the picture.
I think he was over
But
there.
oh, maybe over there. But yeah, there was a bodyguard who stopped us, and yeah, he was like, "You guys can take pictures, but don't get any closer to Paul than this." And yeah, so we kept our distance.